Well, what more can you say after that, eh? Only it's fair to say that it's embarrassment. It's embarrassing. What's going on, everybody? It's JB here, and well, I'm shell shocked. Is the I'm shell shocked, to be perfectly honest with you. I never thought I'd actually see the day when England were beaten 2-1 by a supermarket. A supermarket endorsed by Kerry Katona. Now, Kerry Katona, actually, she's a nice lady. She's down to earth. She's a proper northern person like I am. But that's besides the point. They're celebrating in Iceland tonight, and I'm getting retweets from. I'm embarrassed to be English. It's simple as that. I'm not one to use. I'm always one that moans and groans and get mad and everything else. But for once, I'm utterly lost for words. And to be fair, I'm sort of glad in a way Roy Hodgson is quit, because he's been another coward in the England job. And this tournament summed him up. It was like 2014 revisited. It really was. But here is basically, we deserve to get beat. And I can give you the celebrations going on in Iceland right now. They're having a party, and guess who's throwing it for them? A certain Kerry Katona.
Desserts you want? Apple! Lemon! Pecan!
Apple pie, lemon meringue and pecan Danish are from just £1 at Iceland.
So that's why mums go to Iceland.
Indeed. We were beaten by the mums from Iceland. Well, that's probably detracting from it. I mean, I had to put the Iceland gag in, but I had to put a bit of sense of humour into that, to be fair. But it's clear. I mean, it's to be honest with you, I'm getting messages in from everybody on YouTube. McClaret's commented as well. Roy's clearly off his rocker. All you guys that listen to the commentary tonight, you know who you are. MJH, Kerry Benson, one or two others. I forget. Brandon Hayes and one or two others. All agreed. I've been watching England, but let me sum it up like this. I have watched England in World Cups and European Championships, man and boy, for nearly 30 years now. I think the first tournament I remember England being in, I think, was Euro 88. And I was 5 years old. I'm vaguely old enough to remember Maradona's hand of God 30 years ago. But Euro 88 was the first tournament I saw. The first full tournament I saw actually was Italia 90. When we got to the semi-finals under the late great Sir Bobby Robson. Euro 92 was a flop. Then the qualification for 94, Euro 96, 20 years ago, was one of my favourite tournaments. We should have won that one, but we lost to the Germans in the semi-final. But I've seen some embarrassing results for England. The Croatia result in 2009, 2007 rather, at Wembley when Scott Carson made the mistake. But tonight, I mean, this probably goes down as the worst ever defeat in England's history since 1950, when a part-time USA side beat England 1-0 in the World Cup. That is our most embarrassing result in tournament football since then. 1950. 66 years ago. That's our worst result for 66 years in tournaments. If I look back at I'm going to look back at the tournament. And where it all went wrong for Roy Hodgson was when he was picking his 23. And I'll tell you for why. I've got 10 minutes here to go through this very objectively. What went wrong for Roy? This is what I'm calling the video. The 23 he named, he put the wrong players in. He called up Jack Wilshere, who's only played, 17 minutes football competitively for Arsenal. He called up bloody Raheem Sterling, out of form, badly out of form. He called up Daniel Sturridge, when he shouldn't have not been nowhere near the squad. There were several other players that should not have got in. Instead of which he left out proper informed players like Mark Noble, Danny Drinkwater, both of which had magnificent seasons. Andros Townsend had a great end of the season despite his current club Newcastle being relegated. That should have had no bearing at all on anything else. He was in great form, was Townsend, and he's been one of Roy's tried and trusted throughout qualifying. And he's always played well for England. Jermaine Defoe should have had a goal. He scored 13 goals in a team that was for a team that was almost relegated, for heaven's sake, in Sunderland. It really boggles the mind. It honestly boggles the mind. And Roy Hodgson, as much as I love to say his name right now, that was his first big mistake. Mistake number 2 was his tactics. Now, in the build-up to the tournament, on every radio station, whether it's Radio 5 Live, Talk Sport, everyone was saying, play 4-4-2 diamond, Kane and Vardy up front. It's blindingly obvious. Rooney in the diamond behind the two strikers as the attacking midfielder, Eric Dyer's the holding midfielder, and get Dele Alli in, possibly Adam Lallana in. All the nation wanted, and it worked to treat in the build-up, and then he decides, when it comes to the crunch, when we come out to France, we go back to the same old boring 4-3-3 with the same bullshit players. Out of form Danny Sturridge and out of form Raheem Sterling. Lallana didn't play too badly. Wayne Rooney playing on the left of 3. Heaven knows why. Jack Wilshere was preferred in some respects. I'm not even Ross Barkley didn't get on the field. What was all that about? Ross Barkley, I know he's not had a great season with Everton, but he's more creative and he's got more creativity in his locker than what Jack Wilshere brings. Jack Wilshere's only good as a defensive midfielder. He can't attack for toffee. Now you answer me that. Rooney actually had 2 good games. The Russia game, we went 1 up. Eric Dyer put us 1 up. 70 minutes gone, and I'm thinking, right, we've got these to take in. They're a slow side. Let's go for the jugular. Let's go positive. Let's score 2, maybe 3 goals, and get our tournament off to a good start. No. What does Roy do? This is mistake number 3, by the way. This is his strategy. He goes ultra defensive. He brings on James Milner and the aforementioned idiot called Jack Wilshere, the unfit Jack Wilshere, I'm calling him. Tries to shut up shop, and we get caught with a sucker punch. Russia get off scot-free with an equaliser. We ended up with a draw. Wales, plenty of flaws. 1-0 down at half time. To a silly incident. Rooney gives away a free kick. Raheem Sterling missed a chance early on, and Raheem Sterling was not playing well at all. We come back. To be fair, he makes a tactical masterstroke at half time, Roy. It's the only praise I gave him throughout the whole tournament, by the way. He brought on Vardy and Sturridge, although I would have brought on Rashford personally instead of Sturridge, but he brought them on and they duly performed. So we were out of jail against the Welsh. We didn't play well, but Wales, waved the flag, if you like, and we got the victory, and we thought, great, now we can kickstart our tournament. And this is where Roy made the fatalist error of all. He made 6 frigging changes for the Slovakia game, a game we had to win, by the way, because we weren't guaranteed to go through, and we weren't guaranteed to finish top of our group, which in the end we finished second, and we were in the very tough end of the group. We drew 0-0. We lacked ideas. Jack Wiltshire came into the side, which he should have been nowhere near the 23. Roy Hodgson did not have a bloody clue. He should have stuck with the side, and I said it before the other week, he should have stuck with the side that finished the Welsh game and got some continuity and consistency going. So we end up in the difficult half of the draw with your Germanys, your Italys, your Spains, or whatever. But hook 'em by crook, we get an easier team. We get a good draw. We get Iceland. Okay, for so long it could have been Ronaldo and Portugal, but we get Iceland, and we're thinking, great, now we might start our tournament off. And I predicted before the game was thinking, I was sure, actually, I was positive. I thought, right, we'll win this 3-4-1, no problem. We'll show the rest of Europe what we're about. Because we haven't, I thought we were overdue to give someone a good hiding away, and I thought tonight was going to be the night. And it started well, but he made 5 changes. He put Raheem Sterling back in, which I thought was that was another mistake. We go in front after 5 minutes, as you know. You probably heard in the commentary that Sterling got brought down. He won a penalty. He started well, to be fair, Sterling. Rooney put away the penalty, and I thought, good start. Great, excellent, fantastic. And then they equalised from a bloody long throw-in, don't they? Sigurdsson. Not Gylfi, but the other one, the number 6, he gets the equaliser. And then Joe Hart pulls another England goalkeeping ricket. If it had been Tommy, he would have saved that, no problem. I was going 2-1 down, and I'm thinking, right, Roy, get an attacking substitution on, get a half-time change on. Well, he duly came up with the goods for me. Only problem was, he brought on that frigging piss artist Wiltshire, who's hardly played any competitive football, should not even have been in the 23 in the bloody first place. Negative. Absolute negative. And you thought at that stage, Hodgson lost the plot there and then. We failed to break the Iceland defence down. We lacked ideas. He brought on Vardy too late. He brought on Rashford too late. And he's paid the price. Yes, he's resigned, but in my opinion, he deserves to go. He deserves to be sacked. He deserves his 3:45 with his Iceland King Pros tomorrow. Next day delivery. He has been a piss artist in the England job. And the FA now really have to get their heads together. We need football people running it, and we need the best man for the job. No yes men. The FA are years behind, and I'm sick of seeing England mess up in every major tournament going. It's going to be 52 years now before. It's going to be at least 52 years before we win something else now. A joke. It's a shambles. The England team, a joke. No clues, no ideas. Roy Hodgson, take your P45 and run. Glad you're gone. Could be the best thing for English football. You have been a total disaster area in this job. For God's sake, the qualifying campaign, I don't care if you won 10 out of 10 of your qualifiers. You're up against pub teams. Simple as that. And in tournament football, your tactics stunk. You played the same stupid tactics. You played the same old unfit knobheads. And not the form players. I'm glad you've gone. That's all I've got to say. If you like the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the JB Claret channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the address is at Stutzy83. I'm very, very embarrassed to be English tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.